April 10th, 2024, Summerville police officer Anthony DeLustro is arrested for murder by the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division for shooting and unaliving unarmed Michael O'Neill. Anthony DeLustro, 64, was booked into the Berkeley County Jail and is pending a July 15th bond hearing. March 20th, 2024, off-duty police officer Anthony DeLustro and his wife are at the North Main Street Chick-fil-A in Summerville, South Carolina, when they engage in a confrontation with 39-year-old Michael O'Neill. According to eyewitnesses, for some unknown reason, the two men began fighting in the Chick-fil-A parking lot, describing DeLustro as the primary aggressor. According to the affidavit, bystanders attempted to hold back DeLustro as he tried to escalate the fight, flashing his badge and at one point dropping his department-issued Springfield XD onto the pavement. Mrs. DeLustro reportedly tried to physically restrain O'Neill from getting in his car. Mr. DeLustro eventually broke free and retrieved his duty weapon, opened O'Neill's passenger car door, and got in. DeLustro is heard saying that he would shoot O'Neill if he tried to leave. O'Neill then told DeLustro to get out of his car as he tried to drive away. Officer DeLustro fired a single shot, hitting O'Neill once and unaliving him before paramedics could arrive. After the fatal shooting, DeLustro was treated for minor injuries and immediately claimed self-defense, saying that he feared for the community's safety and for his wife's safety. Eyewitness interviews and video evidence collected show that the off-duty cop did commit homicide with malice and forethought, according to the arrest warrant provided by SLED. Anthony DeLustro began his law enforcement career in 1980 at the NYPD 13th Precinct. He retired in 2003, reaching only the rank of detective sergeant after 22 years of service, during which time he faced 3 complaints of misconduct, according to online sources. 2 complaints were for the use of force, but were dismissed by the Civilian Complaint Review Board. The 3rd complaint of abuse of authority was not completed, since DeLustro left the NYPD the same year to move to the Palmetto State. His first job in South Carolina was working security at Trident Technical College, where his employer documented that his temper was noticeable. In 2007, DeLustro began working at the Summerville Police Department and stayed there up until 2009. He rejoined the department in January of 2023 and was employed there up until April 10th, when he was fired and arrested for murder. The Summerville Police Department placed DeLustro on administrative leave following the fatality, and then handed the investigation over to SLED. DeLustro admitted to SLED investigators that he never saw the victim with any weapon, and that O'Neill never threatened him with a weapon, and that he was only trying to stop O'Neill from leaving in his car. DeLustro re-engaged O'Neill with a deadly weapon after the fight had ended, and at that point, O'Neill then had the right to act in self-defense, not the angry cop, according to SLED agent Ryan Kelly. A reasonable person could not have reasonably believed that the victim posed a threat of imminent danger of death or serious bodily injury to him or others because the victim was unarmed, walked away from the altercation, and attempted to leave, according to the arrest warrant provided by SLED. This case will be prosecuted by the Ninth Circuit Solicitor Scarlett Wilson, who released a statement saying in part that she's deeply concerned when those who are sworn to serve and protect violate the public's trust. This is Brian with Live BD.